In 1920, an athletic league was formed and slowly became one of the leading sports associations in the world of collegiate athletics, the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Today, the SWAC is looking towards the next century, growing, supporting, and transforming our intercollegiate sports activities for student athletes and promoting academic excellence. Each SWAC member institution represents a high level of integrity and sportsmanship. We are the SWAC, building champions for life. Ricky Jones, Alabama State University. Valuable is the word that is synonymous with Ricky Jones. Playing for the Alabama State Hornets from 1988 to 1991, Mr. Jones accomplished the MVP of the Turkey Day Classic 3 times, MVP of the Steel City Classic, and MVP of the Black College National Championship. He holds the all-time passing leader and all-time leaders in total offense records for the Hornets and was named to the All-SWAC second team twice. In 1992, Jones was drafted by the LA Rams and took his talents to the CFL from 1993 to 1995, where he won with Edmonton Eskimos the Grey Cup. Jones returned to his hometown of Jackson, Mississippi to coach the sport he loves, where he has been for over 20 years now. Excellence on the field and in the community. Ricky Jones.
When I first started playing at Alabama State, I never pictured myself getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. You know, I just went out there and did what I was supposed to do. You know, whatever come after that, you know, it's a bonus. So, but I feel blessed, I feel honored, and I'm just grateful. My fondest memories are being with my brothers, my teammates. When I played back in the days, we didn't fly. So we had to get up on that Greyhound, get up on that bus, and there was a lot of good memories, you know, jaw janking, so they say back then, you know, messing around, having fun, creating that bond that we have right now to this day. Some of my career highlights, the best one, to my knowledge, I had plenty of them, but the best one is my senior year, Heritage Bowl championship game against North Carolina A&T. They didn't think we were gonna win, and we went down and we did our thing. We beat them 36-13, and I was the MVP. You know, had over 200 yard passing, threw a touchdown, had over 100 yard catching, caught 2 balls, both of them for touchdown, and I also had over 150 yard rushing. So that was my best one. First of all, I'd like to give thanks to God, the man up above, because without him, I wouldn't be here today to be able to smell my flowers. So I give him all the praise, and I'd like to thank my family, my son, my daughter, my wife. They have the opportunity to share this moment with me. I want to be a mentor to young men, and that's why Alabama State taught me. They taught us a lot. They taught me a lot about being not just an athlete, but by being a student athlete, you know, by being respectful and giving out respect. That's why I'm here today at Lindner High School and my alma mater, you know, to give back. It had a great impact on me to come back to do what I'm doing now.
Robert Hitman Gattis, Mississippi Valley State University. A leader in every sense of the word. Robert Hitman Gattis represented Mississippi Valley State University by not only leading the SWAC in yards per catch in all 4 seasons with the Delta Devils, but leading the entire nation in yards per catch in both the 1971 and 1972 seasons. He also accomplished 3 All-SWAC selections during this time. In 1974, Gattis was recognized as the Pittsburgh Courier National Receiver of the Year, as well as being named a first-team All-American. He went on to be drafted in the 13th round by the Pittsburgh Steelers in 1975. Gattis then spent 5 years in the CFL, winning the Grey Cup with the Montreal Alouette in 1977. Driven, accomplished, successful, Robert Hitman Gattis.
When I was first notified of this, I was speechless. Then all these other feelings started welling up, and then I started thinking about my past career, what I had gone through, what I had done. More than anything else, I started thinking about a lot of the other players that I know. When I compared that, I really got very appreciative that I was being recognized when I first started playing football. When I first went to Valley, I wasn't expecting any accolades, anything. I just wanted to go to school, get a college education, and hopefully maybe play professional football if that would be the case. I have to say that I owe it to my teammates and coaches. Being at Mississippi Valley, we had one of these self-sufficient campuses. Everything that we needed, we got it right there on the campus because we was out in the boondocks, as we would say. There's so many memories, man. Especially classmates and teammates. I have some friendships that I bonded with guys, man, over 50 years. We were playing Grambling. It was in Kansas City. It was at Arrowhead Stadium. They had just built it, and we were the first college team that was going to play in there. We were going back and forth. We'd score a touchdown, Grambling score. We'd score, Grambling score. And the score was 14-14. We went into the fourth quarter, and Grambling scored another touchdown. It looked like they were about to turn the tides on us. And they kicked off, and I ran the kickoff back all the way. Tied the score back up, 21-21. And we battled for the rest of the game, man. I had a pretty good game, man. That was one of my funnest memories. And we were playing Grambling College on television, so that was a big moment. It gave me a lot of life lessons at Valley. We weren't just coming there to play football. We wanted everybody on that team, if you stayed there and you played, to get your education, to graduate. And I can say this, man, the majority of the players who stayed 4 years graduated.
Ricky Weeks, Southern University. A true trailblazer on the diamond, Ricky Weeks touts many accomplishments that have created many opportunities for HBCU athletes after him. Playing under the great Roger Cador from 2001 to 2003, Weeks was an All-American hitter who had a career batting average of 465 and a career slugging percentage of 927, two records that sit atop Southern record books till this day. In his final season with the Jaguars, Weeks was outstanding, winning Baseball American Player of the Year, the Dick Howser Trophy, and the Golden Spikes Award, in which he is the only HBCU player ever to do so. In 2003, Weeks was drafted second overall by the Milwaukee Brewers, where he embarked on a 14-year Major League career. He set the bar for all. Ricky Weeks.
It feels good being inducted to the 2022 SWAC Hall of Fame ceremony. I know for a long time I've spent all my years, I guess, in the early growth of my manhood, I guess, at Southern University. So being inducted, where I played baseball for a long time there and created a relationship there, it feels real good. And to be honored for that is very humbling, and I'm very honored to be a part of it. My fondest memory about being a student athlete at Southern University is a no-brainer. It's the relationships I created through administration, coaches, teachers, all the above, but most importantly, it's teammates. I think to this day, I still keep in touch with a lot of those guys that we went to war with on the field, off the field things, whether it's tragedies or just, and being there for one another. I think that's the most important part about being a teammate. And I think at Southern University, those are the bonds that are created, and they're lasting friendships that they'll never go away. There's a lot of people to thank for my collegiate and athletic career, but most importantly, I thank my family. Back growing up and trying to get a set foundation for myself to succeed in life. I think a lot of the lessons that I learned growing up, leading into my college career, started at home, started in church, started in ways to where I was able to build off those things to get to Southern University, obviously. So I have to take my hats off to my mom, dad, sister, brother for instilling those ways and showing me accountability. And it should have been our least. I'd like to thank Southern University, most importantly, Roger Cador baseball program, for allowing me to grow into a man that I am today. As far as baseball, as far as leadership, as far as holding myself accountable to my teammates, and my teammates holding me accountable as well. Those two groups, Southern University and my family, I can't thank them enough.
Jerome Blake, Mississippi Valley State University. A true pioneer whose influence is seen all throughout sports today. Mr. Jerome Blake has graced the microphone and PA system for over 30 years as the voice of Mississippi Valley State University baseball, volleyball, and softball, as well as the Final Score radio show. A true professional whose wide array of organizational and creative skills bring life to any broadcast or event. Mr. Blake has excelled in his career from Amanda Elsie High School to the SWAC basketball tournament. The originator of the 4-3 broadcast call, Jerome Blake.
My fondest memory over the 35 years, I've had the opportunity to see Michael Strahan play come to Mississippi Valley because I did football also. I had the opportunity to see, Steve McNair. Steve McNair and I got to be not friends or anything, but we got to be really cool because when I would see him, he would remember me as a statement I said to him, and I never will forget it. But my fondest memory, and I'll get back to that statement in just a second, my fondest memory goes to a very, very dear friend of mine who came out of high school. I'm much older than he is, but we came to Valley State together, and his name was Alfonso Ford. Alfonso Ford was probably the most prolific shooter in basketball that we had ever seen. We've had a lot of good ones come through. He and Lindsey Hunter had the opportunity to see him and Lindsey Hunter just go at it. And Al passed away in 2004, and it kind of, it shook me up real bad. But there's so many. I'm trying to find other moments. There was Dwayne Jefferson, Marcus Mann, who went into the SWAC Hall of Fame last year. I had spent real deep moments with these guys and got to know them throughout all these particular years. And it has been, like I said, the ride has been great. The memories have been great. To say that I have the most, just say a one fond memory, nah, I can't have one. So to be inducted into 2022 SWAC Hall of Fame is an absolute honor. It's been a long 35-year ride that I had that I've taken with both Mississippi Valley and the Southwestern Athletic Conference. And I think that I don't want to toot my own horn, I pat myself on the back, but I think that it is it's just, as Don Cornelius used to say, it's a stone gas, honey.
Ella Williams, Alcorn State University. Dominant is an understatement. It is hard to deny greatness when her name is cemented in all of the record books. Over 4 seasons, Miss Ella Williams was named to the All-SWAC 3 consecutive years and was crowned SWAC Player of the Year in 1983. With the ability to showcase her skills in all facets of the game, you will find Miss Williams at the top of the Braves record books in points with 2,111, as well as rebounds with 1,058. She also holds the record for most points in a season with 791. And averaging a tremendous 26.4 points per game while making 320 field goals. She is the record book. Ella Williams.
I mean, it's just so nice to go to a HBCU at Alcorn. It was such an amazing experience. As a student athlete, my fondest moment was scoring 51 points in a game. Just each time I got the ball, I scored. That was such a highlight. My jumping ability was outstanding at my height. As the late Coach Lonnie Walker used to say, if you had her height, you would be jumping out the gym. No one has ever broken my rebound record at Alcorn. Also, the leading scorer, no one has ever broken my scoring record. So that is still a highlight of mine. One fun memory is when I made SWAC Player of the Year. That was so exciting to me. I would like to thank the late Coach George Holloway. That was my high school career. The late Lonnie Walker, and also Coach Shirley Walker. It meant the world to me. And also Dr. Etney. He used to always critique my career, and I really did love that because it would make me want to play harder. Also, my brother, Larry, he is the one that used to have me outside playing with nothing but boys. I can remember he used to make me jump, and really jump higher, and he was such an inspiration to me. My teammates, because of my teammates, and my coaches, that's why I'm here. And I thank you all so much. So Alcorn really did set the grounds for me in my everyday life.
Lawrence Watkins, Alcorn State University, the embodiment of grit and grind. Mr. Lawrence Larry Watkins used his fantastic skills to break barriers throughout a career filled with accomplishments. Being able to play under the tutelage of the late Marino H. Kasem, Watkins led the Braves to multiple huge victories over his 4 years. In 1968, Alcorn State University accomplished their first SWAC championship, the Pittsburgh Courier Black National Championship and the Orange Blossom Classic Championship, where Watkins was named the most valuable offensive player, a rare distinction for an offensive lineman. Larry Watkins was able to continue his success into the National Football League beginning in 1969, where he played for a total of 9 seasons, suiting up for teams such as the Detroit Lions, Philadelphia Eagles, Buffalo Bills, and the New York Giants. Winning and excellence. Lawrence Larry Watkins.
Well, I think it's a tremendous honor to go into the SWAC Hall of Fame. I know there have been a number of guys that I played with and against who are in the SWAC Hall of Fame, and it's a tremendous honor. It's something that I'll remember for the rest of my life. My fondest memory is probably when we played FAMU in the Orange Blossom Classic in 1968 and at the Orange Bowl. When we went down there, we were supposed to be the country boys, and we weren't supposed to win. And we went down and we beat them 36-9. I think the thing that's a big highlight for me is the fact that when I signed to go to Alcorn, I went in my freshman year, then we became seniors. We had achieved the number first. We were the first team in the history of the university to win the SWAC championship. We were the first team to win the Black Pittsburgh Courier National Championship. We were the first team to go to the Orange Blossom Classic to play Florida A&M, and we won that. When I went to the pros, I think people have the thinking that if you go to a predominantly black school, that you're not going to be fundamentally sound. And when I went, I was fundamentally sound, to the point where when I went to Detroit, the first week of practice, I pretty much turned the joint out. And this coach, the offensive back coach, he kept saying, I can't believe you came from such a small school like that. Thank you, Commissioner McClellan, and the 2020 SWAC Hall of Fame Committee for bestowing this honor on me.